Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are right now. Here in the Philippines, it's Saturday morning. It's cloudy at the moment. Hopefully, where I'm at, hopefully it's not gonna rain. But I think that's the appropriate weather. Uh, since if we remember what happened last Thursday night, right? A lot of things happened last session, but we'll now see what our adventures will do. Since actually everyone is here, so let me greet everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching us. Welcome to the Misadventures with the Greasy Snitches. I am your dungeon master, Paul Gabat, or also known as DMPaulG. And here we play Dungeons and Dragons, a lot of it. So I
Let's
hope
go.
you're all awake. I hope I'm
It's so
awake.
early.
It's so early. And we'll see what's happening. I don't even have my guide right now. So before we start, why don't we go ahead and go introduce our players? It's everyone is here right now. Everyone is present. Good job. And we can start with Siegfried. Tell us who you are as a player, what you do, where we can find you, and who's the character that you're playing.
All right. Hey. I'm Ian Viernes, and I am a creative coach, multimedia designer, and I am your resident 6 feet tall and super poggy guy.
Oh
My
my
passion
god.
is to help people develop their brands and create stories that are meaningful. That's why I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons with the Greasy Snitches, and I am playing as Siegfried. As my other co-players would describe him, he is breaking everything, but also the one who fixes stuff. So yeah, that's me. I would pass it to my local Ibon, which is Tagalog for bird, Cerant.
What's up? And I do not agree that he fixes everything. That is lies in the sea. But hello, guys. I am IcedTea Plays or IcedTea Gaming OG, depending on which subpen you follow me at. And I am playing Cerant, the Owlin Artificer, who now has some new technology, considering that we just leveled up last session.
Hey.
But with that, I would like to pass it on to the fish that swims the West Philippine Sea.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Hello everyone. My name is Alona Minami and I am your merfolk VTuber, mother of petties, and giver of love and joy. Charot. I am a variety streamer on Twitch and I do sometimes stream on YouTube. You can find me at Alona Minami on various platforms. And I am playing Ven'dichtha, the the not so in touch paladin Triton. And I now pass it to the smallest part of our group with the biggest heart, Leena.
Hi. Today I chose peace because I don't want murder in this session, please. Hindi pa ako nakakit over. But anyway, so hi, good morning everyone. My name is B, also known as Now Fairy, and I play your favorite little witch, Leena. So I am a tarot reader and spiritual advisor outside the table. And in case you guys would like to have, a nice conversation with me, you can visit at Now Fairy on both Facebook and on Instagram. And perpetually just plops to mama. Caitlin!
Oh my god. Hi everyone, it's Wasabibuns, and well, you can find me at all socials by the name of Wasabibuns, and everybody seems to be doing a lot of things. I run games. I run a lot of games. you can check out my games nowhere because I don't post them.
No.
Love it.
I felt so like everybody's saying I'm an artist coach and I'm a tarot reader, spiritual advisor, and I'm Cerridwen, and I was not here last session, so that's it
Oh
for
my
me.
god.
Okay, all right. That's everyone. That's the chaotic party that we have here. And the adventure that we're playing, we just finished A Dragon's Breath. And now we're continuing it with the next adventure, part 2 of that, which is called Brotherhood. Um and which is still, these adventures are available in DM's Guild. So if you go to dmsguild.com and just search for my name, Paul Gabat, then you will be able to see those adventures together with other adventures that I wrote or helped design together with other folks, and most especially the Greasy Snitches. So there, you'll see it all at dmsguild.com. There. And before I do the recap of what happened last time, just a reminder for our players, for safety tools, in Albert Rodeo, which is the virtual tabletop tool that we're using. If at any point in our adventure something makes you feel uncomfortable, then you can just throw in the red token uh, on the map. That means that I have to stop or just censor it by one level or just fade to black. If it's still kind of okay but kind of treading on thin ice, then you can throw in the yellow token. And if everything's good to go, no problem at all, then just keep throwing that green token on the maps that we're using in Albert Rodeo. So there. And speaking of which, I should be in Albert Rodeo. I should go there. There. And yes. Does anybody want to do a recap? Because what happened last session was quite heavy. So
I'll do it.
Yes.
No, no.
Yeah, Cerridwen will do us because yeah, you were not here last session, and we'll
Whatever Cerridwen says is gonna be canon.
that's what
Everything
happened.
was fine. Everything was fine. We went home and we were happy.
Alright. So last session, you finally get to the area inside the quivering forest, guided by Vagabond Victor, where the missing loot, Dragon Sorrow, is located. And from there, instead of just grabbing the loot right away, you encountered a boy holding a stuffed toy. And this stuffed toy is telling you that his friend is dead, the stuffed toy that he was holding. And at that point, Cerant tried to approach the boy, tried to check what's going on or probably help the child. But then the child transformed into the Oni as the mist thickens and attack
Oh,
the party. Alright. But with Cerant's artificer skills, he was able to make the stuffed toy of the Oni talk. And with enough convincing and actually using the Oni's voice for the stuffed toy, was able to calm down the Oni and make it like you guys. Call Cerant his brother, and then got close to Siegfried after Siegfried tried to teach him some tricks, and also to Leena as they were trying to leave the quivering forest after retrieving the loot. And however, as soon as you got out of the quivering forest, you found out that the Oni is bound to the quivering forest and cannot get out. And it was a emotional time for Siegfried and probably the others as well, as the Oni who got a nickname of Nick, tried to leave together with you guys but cannot. And at that point, so that everyone else can leave, Siegfried decided to be like the stuffed toy who keeps saying, I hate you, and started saying the same phrase to the child or to the Oni. And then you left together with Ragvala to return the loot and also probably find a way to release the Oni in the quivering forest. And you fly up, try to find a cloud shaped like a cistern. And when on your way there, you encountered a monstrous creature, a gargantuan creature that surprised Ragvala after using all of its spells to cast heal on some of you and remove all of your exhaustion. So being vulnerable, it got surprised by this creature that came out from the mist and attacked Ragvala, wounding him. But because you're all there, you try to help fight this creature together with the griffin that you met, and also with Oki and the other pixies. And now you defeated that monster and reach the cloud shape shitter. Cloud. Cloud.
Flip that.
What?
Damn it. Cloud shape
Ah.
sitter. There you go. And you saw a castle made out of cloud stuff, and there a genie came out with a set of legs on the lower half of its body, just kind of like black smoke, and blue toned skin and complexion, and wearing a black turban with jewelry around it, and like with a trimmed white beard. Asks you all to go inside his castle, bring Ragvala, who's badly wounded. And when you all returned the loot, Ragvala asks for forgiveness, as this genie is actually one of the original members of the Five Leaf Clover, Rockstasha. And from there, with your quest complete, Ragvala gave out his last breath and passed away. There you go. Ragvala is dead. And
Oh.
this is where we continue our adventure. So before we continue at the castle on top of the clouds, or the clouds shaped Saturn, need to be careful with that. Cerridwen.
Yeah.
While you guys were on the quivering forest, searching for this loot, Nosferatu
Mhm.
actually heard some. He thought was chicken, behind the mist, beyond the trees, where you were at inside the
Mhm.
quivering forest. And Nosferatu asked you, now it's time for you to pay your debt, and let's get those chickens. And he went through the mist, and after talking to your party mates if they would follow you or not, which they did not, you you went to the mist and followed your loving familiar. And and going through the mist, you are pulled and tugged, and you arrive, after that sensation, and the mist clears. You arrive inside what looks like a big mansion or even a castle. And you are at a dining hall with a very long table, lots of food on it, the candelabras, the candles are all lit. And at the other end of this dining hall is a big musical instrument, an organ. And sitting in front of it is this raven haired man with big fur, wolf fur on its shoulder and on a cape, dressed like a noble, and just playing this not scary but very serious note on song on the organ. And he stops, sensing your presence, and then turns around and says, "I guess. How did you enter my castle so quickly?"
I'm terribly sorry, my lord. I my cat ran in here, and I point at Nosferatu. Is he anywhere in sight?
Yes, Nosferatu is trying to get out from the mist, and from behind you, a dusk elf, almost have the same hairstyle as the man talking to you, from the other side of the room, in kind of like a butler, chamberlain outfit. He bows as he kind of assists the cat to basically penetrate the mist and
Oh,
get
good
into
lord.
this
I
area.
pick up Nosferatu.
Okay.
Sure.
And the dust elf introduces, "I am Rahadin. It is nice for you to be here."
We're terribly sorry for what's the word for entering places that I'm not supposed to be in?
Trespassing.
Trespassing.
uh,
I'm
oh,
terribly sorry for trespassing. We didn't mean to, right, Nosferatu?
as, what do you mean? We're looking for chicken. That's what we hear. You promised me chicken. I haven't eaten chicken since I followed you.
I look at the butler. I mean, since we're here, do you happen to have chicken?
He looks. He like glances up at the man on the other side of the room. And well, let me introduce you first to my master, the lord of this domain, the Dark Lord himself. Lo, and then Nosferatu interrupts and says, "Strad!
Oh God!
Oh, is that you, Strad? Oh, you fucking little shit! What are you wearing?"
What do you mean, little shit?
Look. And then you see Strad, who's this very like has a strong personality, very serious. It has an aura, like very dominating aura, and then kind of breaks character for a moment.
I cover
See-
Nosferatu's face.
And Nosferatu tries to get out as meows away. Like, what? Where are we? Are we in your little playhouse? What is this place?
Shut up! Shut up!
Strad recognizes the voice, recognizes the magic that flows from that surrounds Nosferatu, and actually kneels. And my lord, and then Nosferatu. That is my name. Meow.
Oh my God!
My God.
And the Dark Lord of this domain. Yes, Nosferatu. Welcome to my humble home. And is there anything that I can do for you? We are delighted. And then he closed his hand into a fist, making Rahadin, his butler, basically just fall to the ground and start groveling, even just automatically. And says, "Your cat just says chicken. I'm here for chicken. I heard chicken noises,
Good lord.
and that's what I'm here for. Right, Cerridwen. We're here for chickens, right?"
Have I ever heard of this place?
Roll me history.
History. That is a 17.
Nice. All right. With a 17, you've heard stories before of usually children's stories of if they go out at night or deep into the forest, they'll disappear completely. And usually they get taken, they get absorbed by or eaten by the mist and transported to a different place, which they say is like a place of dread. And if you go inside, like beyond the mist, it's all just sadness and monstrous creatures that lie beyond that. And the most scariest place is a castle called Castle Ravenloft. And inside that castle is the ruler of that domain of dread, named Strad Van Zarovich, a vampire. A very, very, very powerful vampire that controls everyone and everything in that domain. And you now see that very powerful creature seems to be afraid and kneeling in front of your cat.
Well, I keep Nosferatu in my arms, and I stiffly say, "I'm terribly sorry. We can't accept anything from you."
What do you mean? I thought without me, you wouldn't have his playhouse. You wouldn't have everything. All of this.
No, but you know him. You know what he does. We cannot accept anything from the likes of him.
And then he's what's this? Like he looks at Nosferatu as if Nosferatu gives him approval, and he stands up and says, "Please, you are guests here in my domain. So let me go ahead and get you something that will hopefully satiate your hunger. And the food that we have in front, this is nothing. This is not for you. This is not good enough. Radin, get us the best what's this food that you can get out there, and see what our good lady and her companion would like." And Nosferatu,
No.
chicken.
No, absolutely not. I know what you are. I know who you are. And I should strike you where you stand, but I'm no fool. I know that my powers are nothing compared to yours. But we will not accept anything from you.
Oh. And Rahadin, as if like only seconds have passed, he's actually been out already and came back and says, "My lord, everything has been prepared." And Strahd goes to you. "Please, there's no need for violence in this room. If you just follow me, it looks like my Chamberlain has prepared everything, and see if it is to your liking." And he walks past you through the door, and then kind of going outside the castle. And Nosferatu looks at you. "Look, you can't kill him. You're not gonna kill him. I know he looks handsome, but let's just at least eat something before we leave. How about
I swear
that?"
to God, Nosferatu, every fiber in me has been built to combat evil, and you want me to sit and have a tea party with him?
No. You can just stand there and watch me eat.
Fine. I will stand here and watch you eat.
All right, no, outside, because
Yeah, outside.
outside. All right, and then.
And I hope you can sleep with what you're doing.
Oh, trust me, Cerridwen. I've been trying to sleep for the longest time, and then that's why I look like this. Why do you think I look like
Oh my
this?
God.
And with his
my God.
kind of points at his fur that's all like standing up.
Well, maybe if you stop working with crazy evil, people, you'd be able to sleep.
He looks at you. Really?
What do you mean?
Oh, well, never mind. And then come on, let's just eat. Just one bite, and then we'll leave. All right?
You
How about
eat.
that? I eat. Okay.
I will stare at him every mouthful.
All right. So you Nosferatu follows Strahd outside, and you follow as well. And you can see, like in the outer court, which is really big. But next to Rahadin, or behind him, is a gargantuan creature tied up, a bird covered in black feathers. All of it. It looks like a raven, but it's like gargantuan in size, at least like 20 feet tall. With a wingspan, it will easily be like 40 feet wide. But it's all tied up, and there's this tiny dust elf compared to this gargantuan bird just there. I have captured the greatest creature I can find here in our domain, my lord. I think this will be perfect to serve to our
I'm
guests.
sorry.
Yes.
No, I'm in shock. Go ahead.
And Strad smiles, looks at Cerridwen. I'm sure this will be enough for us to feast tonight.
I'm
Is that-
not eating with you.
And Nosferatu goes and says, "Shame, shame on you, Strad. I didn't know. After so many centuries, you'll still be this stupid." I said chicken. Does this look like a chicken to you? And at this point, Nosferatu has lost his appetite. Opens his mouth, and as he kind of cuffs out instead of a fur ball, he cuffs out a portal.
What?
It's a bit smaller than expected. Should we go? I don't think we're gonna get any chickens here. Disappointed.
I pick up Nosferatu, but before we go through the portal, I turn back to Strad and I tell him that I will find you, and I will kill you.
Smiles, please do, and don't bring the cat.
Come on, Nosferatu, you did the right thing.
And you enter the portal. And before all, like, your whole body enters the portal, Nosferatu kind of shows his fangs at this bird and hisses, and this gargantuan bird just starts to get wild and tries to break free, getting frightened by your familiar, and you enter. But then seconds later, the gargantuan bird breaks free and tries to squeeze into the portal, and then it arrives at a night sky somewhere in front of a gold dragon, and then it just, out of confusion, it just slashed that dragon in front, and yeah, that's what happened. You and the cat, where you got teleported, seem to be on top of a cloud, and you're just there. You see a castle, another castle, but this one greets you with a genie. Again, black smoke instead of legs, bluish complexion, and like a white beard and turban, jewels all around. It says, "Are you lost, child?"
Yes, could you tell me where I am?
Well, you're on top of a cloud, in a castle above
be
the
more-
Moonsea region.
Could you be more specific? Does this castle have a name?
That's a good question. I've lived here for centuries. I haven't thought of that. But I am Rostasha. Is there? Where do you live, child? Like, these castles have very high level magical defenses, but it seems that you just entered here out of nowhere.
I'm not quite sure, to be perfectly honest. Uh, do you have chicken?
Oh yeah, yeah, I do. Chicken's my favorite. What? Do you want like fried chicken? Do you
Could we
want?
trouble you for some, please? It's been a long day, I think.
All right, sure. And he prepares a meal for you because you don't seem to be threatening. At least you're not. You arrive here in a without like casting fireball or anything at him right away. You don't look like you're here to assassinate him. And he goes and prepares you a meal. And time passes, and after preparing you a meal, he senses something, and I'll be right back. Someone just entered my cloud, and that's the time that Siegfried, Leena, Cerant, Ven, together with Dragvala entered, and then the rest of what happened last session, everybody giving the loot to Rostasha, and Ragvala dying at the castle floor. And with everything that has happened, Siegfried, Leena, Cerant, Ven, you notice that Cerridwen is actually here.
Do we recognize?
And now that you're outside the forest, yes, you do recognize.
Oh, okay.
How the hell did you get here?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Where the hell did you go?
I went into the mist because Nosferatu here heard chickens.
Wasn't the man with you? What of him?
Oh dear God. Have I lost him too?
Somewhere in the domain of dread.
Oh,
Hello? Everyone? Where am I?
Oh no, I tried so hard to be nice to him and I lost him.
Yeah, somewhere there.
Oh dear. Sorry. Player to GM. Did our bird that popped through? Did I see it slash a gold dragon, a familiar gold dragon?
No, you did not.
Thank God.
Because you got teleported on top, like in the castle, on top of a cloud. But the bird teleported below that, where it saw Rakvala, and
Okay.
basically the bird that you refused to eat is the one that killed the dragon.
What?
Anyway. It's a raven. Who eats a raven? But anyway. What happened? I can see Ragval is dead.
How can I explain this? It was we're familiar with a rock, right, GM? Just need to make sure.
Yep. A
A rock came out of portal out of nowhere and started attacking. It was humongous. It was this black feathered eagle looking, and I go on to describe it as. I'm still trying to process the entire thing.
I saw that bird.
Where'd you see it from?
Well, when we went into the mists, there was a castle, and the lord of the castle was friends with Nosferatu, friends with a question mark, and he was going to feed the bird to Nosferatu, but Nosferatu wanted chicken, not raven. So, and then the bird flew through the portal with us.
There's a look of disbelief on my face of her. So the bird came with you guys, and but at the same time, he doesn't want to blame naman.
Well, I mean, it flew out of the portal. I wasn't in charge of the bird.
Rostasha is listening to all of this and goes, the possibility of that happening is it's too much of a coincidence.
Well, I'm not lying. I mean,
I'm sure you're not, and the fact that you were with Dragvala, you helped him with his quest to return this loot to me, means a great deal, and we can research more about and try to find out what happened with you, where the place that you've been, and the creature that attacked Rogvala. But right now, he points at Rogvala's body that is now covered in what looks like a... Who's eating?
oh my god, that was me. I'm sorry, that was me.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, can I have some?
Cerridwen stress eats, okay?
Hey, can I have chicken too?
She puts a piece of chicken in her mouth. Stress eating.
Yeah, and you see like Nosferatu eating chicken, or like roasted chicken as well. And what's this? Rostasha now points at Ragvala that is now like encased in like a wall of force type of a barrier, covered in like a velvet, like really really big like velvet cloth, and he goes, as much as I would like to investigate what has happened to you, my child, pointing at you, Cerridwen, I think we have a funeral that we need to tend to first.
Of course, of course.
If you don't mind. And since you're the last group of people that Ragvala interacted with, Ragvala is a good judge of character, despite being aloof and acting like he's not a gold dragon at all. And so, if you don't mind, I would like to request for you to find the other members of the 5-leaf clover. I know that this group has been made around 8 centuries ago, and I know you'll tell me they should be all dead and all, but if only you know our story, you know that some of us can live for a very very long time, longer than this dragon. And then he points at himself. As I know, there are 5 original members of the 5-leaf clover. Each one of them has a black 5-leaf clover tattoo at the back of their hand that can summon green flame, and that's when you know that you're interacting with a member of our group. And I know one of our members was a halfling wizard. So even though they can live long, I doubt they can live for 8 centuries. So Rudy Rustypipe, I know is dead. Ram, who was the hero of the North during our time, is probably dead as well for being human. So that leaves me and only one other member, who is a solar, a celestial being named Risgrim. And Risgrim usually disguises herself as a Goliath priest of Kelimbor, the Lord of the Dead. And I know that cannot confirm it, but I've heard that Risgrim descends to this plane, to this material plane, and goes on a pilgrimage together with other Doom Guides, or what you would call the priests of Kelemvor, every year. And as luck would have it, I know that Kelemvorite priests from different cities have been spotted in the city of Flan. Just an hour ago, when I tried to get my chickens, through my merchants. So if you can head to the Velhingen graveyard, where the Doom Guides are gathering, and see if you know the whereabouts of Risgrim, and try to tell her that in 3 days' time, we will bury the body of Ragvala in the Quivering Forest, where we started and ended our group. Can you do that?
Out of curiosity, do you think your enemies might live this long as well?
Ragvala talked about that, and he said that see, we were just a normal adventuring party, or I guess not that normal, if you consider who our real selves are. But we've encountered a lot of malevolent creatures, some immortal, some just you can't, whatever you do, you just can't die. But we've defeated a lot of them, but I can't really answer if some of them are still alive.
I'm only asking because I guess advertising where this place isn't the best idea.
Well, we're not you're only gonna tell once you meet Risgrim. She's the only person you're gonna tell that we're gonna bury Ragvala in an area within the Quivering Forest. So only you, points at all of you in the party, me, that cat, and Risgrim will know where Ragvala is buried, supposedly.
All right.
You will not
Will do.
betray us, will you?
No, terribly. No. I was only going to, light up a symbol. Maybe it would have been easier for Rizgrim to see. But, yeah, sure.
No. And, you know what? I think since Ragvala trusted you, and you're right, there might be threats out there that might endanger not just you, but everybody else in this domain if they find out that Ragvala, where Ragvala is buried. I think it's time to get some new members in our group. How would you like to join the 5-leaf clover? And he looks at everyone.
All of us?
Well, you were the last group that Ragvala interacted with, and you are adventurers, as I can see. And I think the flame that burns in our group will remain lit if remain bright if you have it, right?
I would love
Does that
guys.
would that void our original contract with I look at Siegfried?
Oh, you're looking at me? I've heard of people joining multiple guilds before. I think this is fine. No?
I guess,
I
yeah,
don't-
sure.
And
don't
this
think
is a
this
mark of
a normal
friendship.
guild, though.
I think the better way to view this is less of a guild and more of a pact.
A friendship bracelet.
That is one way to put it.
Oh, good lord.
Well, we've had time to spend with Ragvala, and as I would appreciate it if we help. It's the least that we could do for the 5-leaf clover.
Leena kind of approaches Rockstasha a little bit, and she stares up at him,
Mm-hmm.
and she asks, almost innocently,
I I hope you noticed, but sir, we don't really have massive powers like either of you. You almost died back there, by the way.
Oh, no worries. Well, if you're now that you have friends that you can rely on, like me, if we're part of the same group, right? And I can see that you'll grow. I can help you grow more powerful than you can imagine if you want to stay here or if you have some free time. And as I can see that an air genasi like you, I can help you unleash your full potential. If you want, I've met a lot of genasis during my time, bred some of it too. So
Leena kind of blinks at him, and she goes,
Roxtasha, are you just lonely?
he comes a bit. Why would you make me say that? I mean, and then he moves, he gestures with his hands, and you see like statues and mannequins and all those things just kind of pop up made out of cloud stuff. I have plenty of friends. What do you mean? I've been with a lot of people. I talk to merchants almost every other day. Why would I be lonely?
Leena kind of just is not convinced. She looks back at the party and goes,
Yeah, I think it's lonely.
Oh no, I'm not. And then just please just join us, help my friend. And then now he's kind of breaking, like
Oh my God.
composure, because again, the person that he believes is his best friend is now dead, without even being able to hang out with him after having a fight for like centuries. Please, just help me bury my friend Ragvala, and if you join, I'll do my best to help you as well. And then he swings his hand left to right, and not an illusion, like, but a magical aura in the shape of a 5-leaf clover appears before him. And please, if you're interested in becoming part of the 5-leaf clover, all you have to do is just touch it. But if you're not interested, which I understand, then all I ask is for you to help me find my friend Risgrim, so that we can bury Ragvala together.
Ven doesn't wait for the last word. She steps forward and puts her hand on the symbol.
Alright. When you put your hand on the symbol, a black 5-leaf clover tattoo appears at the back of your right hand. And then when you close it into a fist, like green flame erupts from the tattoo and engulfs your right hand. Like it can at least light up like 10 feet. Like,
Whoa.
it gives 10 feet
Oh.
of dim light.
Every time I close my hand, like I make a
No,
face.
and you will it. And
Oh,
of
okay,
course,
okay.
that will be.
I was thinking, I
Holy
was turning it on and off, and how do I hold a sword?
I'm
Leena
gonna
kind
walk.
Oh, sorry, go.
Are you? Sino na? Sige. Sarah's gonna walk up as well then and touch the flame as well. But I'm gonna ask, since considering I'm with talents, right?
Hmm.
I hope that this adjusts to me, considering that, well, I don't think my hands are as sizable as theirs.
All right. Well, it's a good thing that tattoo is resizable. So, just it fits just like next to what's this? Like above your talon, or at least the part of the talon where, like at the back of it where there's enough area for a 5-leaf clover tattoo to be at, so that it'll be there. Yeah. The others, what do you plan to do?
Leena
I
kinda
ask her.
just- sorry.
Go ahead, Lena.
Leena kind of just shrugs, and she sees Cerant and Ven do it, and she's like,
What's left to lose?
And she also reach because she actually reach it. I hope she can reach it.
Uh-huh.
And she paps on the symbol.
All right. You get the same tattoo. This is the only like non-Egyptian symbol that you got on. I'm thinking you got on you. And when you got this tattoo at the back of your right hand, like at the back of you, as if like the breeze or just the wind, but you hear a familiar and comforting voice, sound of like a grandpa, and just calling out your name. It's just Leena, and
As I hear that, I turn around, and she goes,
Did you hear that?
No.
Hear what?
You're what now?
What?
No.
Was it?
I could have sworn I heard.
and she kind of just looks down confused, but she kind of folds her hands on her chest and kind of just assures herself that, yeah.
Maybe Grandpa is still with us.
okay. Siegfried and Cerridwen, what do you like to do?
Yeah, I would do the same. I would put my hand towards the flame.
All right, you do that, and you get the same tattoo at the back of your right hand. When you will it and put your hand in a fist, green flame erupts from it, and yeah.
Guilt-ridden, Cerridwen goes up to it and almost gingerly touches it, wondering if she's to blame for the death. So she puts her hand through it.
Okay, you do that, and as all of you agrees to become members of the Five Leaf Clover, like a small light erupts like at the center, and when it dissipates, a chest appears, and the chest is kind of it's all gilded, and Roxtasha, like one look at it, and Roxtasha already knows that this is from Ragvala. Why is it here? Did you make a deal with Ragvala by chance? You made a. Is there something that you should get when you completed your quest with him of retrieving the loot?
Well, we did ask him for help with some of the things we're gonna face in the future.
Okay. Well,
We kind of asked help to kind of kill this dragon that was kind of about to kill this village.
Yep.
well, I don't know what you agreed on, but I think that's for you and not for me. Pointing at the gilded chest that's now like at the center of all of you.
I walk over and open it.
All right. You open it and you see that there's 5 gold coins. Even though you were promised like 10 gold coins each, some of you made a different deal instead. But you see 5 gold coins in that area. And the face of it, instead of like the normal coins, gold coins that you see here, this one is actually has like the face of a dwarf that you don't recognize.
Like 5 pieces or 5 each?
Five pieces, yeah.
I'll take one coin.
I'll take one coin. I think this is a special coin, and I would like to place it in a special pocket
Alright.
in
I take
remembrance
one
to
as well.
Ragvala.
Alright. Yeah. It has the same value as a gold coin, I think, but again, it looks really, really old. Since you don't recognize what's like the face, like the dwarven face on it.
DM, I tried to grab the coin with the one with my hand with the tattoo, and I tried to light my hand up and see what does the coin look like. Does it look like anything special, or it's just the same coin?
It looks like an ordinary coin, but then when you put your hand into a fist and green flame, and the chest is exposed to the green flame, another item appears on it, or in it, and it looks like a lute, very similar to Dragon Sorrow, but instead of black, this one is white, like pearly or like porcelain, kind of textured lute, and that has like the design of it has some like a blue cloud shape design on it.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
As I
Yeah.
see this, Leena also scurries off to grab a coin, and she does the same thing.
Mhm.
Do I get the same item?
You don't, but you only see that. Everybody sees that item now. Everybody sees that loot inside the chest. Like it's a hidden item, but then when it's exposed to the green flame, that loot start to appear, and everybody can see it now. So
Guys,
Oh.
this flame is amazing. I tried to point the the flame to other members. Try to see if something appears in their faces. Nope,
blue
nope,
light.
nope.
Can I reach into the chest and
Okay.
with the flame still up on her arm, does any other item appear?
Not except for the loot. That's it. So there's only the loot and the coins inside.
Okay, so after pocketing one coin, Leena kind of gently holds the loot out and pulls it out.
Okay.
Does
When
it happen?
you pull the loot out, Alina, what is your preferred weapon of choice?
Oh,
Mm.
my weapon. Hold on, not me forgetting my own weapon. So the one that I had is a sickle,
All right.
but it was supposed to be shaped as a ancient Egyptian style weapon,
Okay.
which is in the reference sheet. Do you need me to pull it up real
No, no,
quick?
no, no, no need. All right.
Okay. So it's supposed to be a golden sickle.
All right. When you do that, the loot transforms into your weapon of choice. However, it is pure white in color, with some like tiny cloud-like designs on the handle, and it is a +1 weapon. Or if
Ooh.
you're using a spell focus, it is gonna be a +1 spell focus. And whenever you swing it around or use it, tiny pink flower petals start to swirl around your
Oh, sorry.
body
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh my god,
Ooh.
that's so cute.
That's so cute.
as it gets like blown away by a harmless gust of wind. So
And then you see the shock in Lena's face. She's like,
I didn't mean to do that.
That was so cool. Do it again.
he does it again.
you do it again, and then whenever you will it to become a lute, it becomes like a lute for you to play.
Can it transform into other weapons by chance?
Well, it's up to you. Are you thinking of other things?
Yeah, Alina tries to think of a dagger this time, just to experiment if the theory is correct.
And your sickle, the blade straightens out and still like all white in color, and now the handle has that blue cloud shaped design on it, and as it transforms into a dagger, and then when you swing it, those pink petals just appear out of nowhere and start to gently swirl around you.
Guys, I
Oh my
think Grandpa
God.
gave us a weapon morphing thing. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, can it be a spoon? Can you try thinking of it as a spoon?
Why a spoon?
I don't know.
And then it transforms into a spoon.
She goes,
Holy shit! It's not a weapon thing. It's an anything thing.
Alright.
Yeah, anything thing.
and then she raises it up to show the rest of the party.
Oh, I remember that. Rockstasha tells you that's Dragon's Lullaby. Rockstasha's, Rakvala likes to use it before when he can't open, when he starts losing things, can't find his weapons, can't find his arrows, so he started making one and called it Dragon's Lullaby.
Oh.
DM, I wanted to ask if the +1 is for the attacks when you roll, or
So if it becomes a spell focus, it's +1 on spell attack and saving throw. But if it's a weapon, it's a +1 on attack and damage. Yeah.
whoa,
That's so good.
writing that down.
Yeah, it's called Dragon's Lullaby. And what's this? Keep transforming it. The only thing that's left on the chest is a note. A simple note in Draconic.
I can't read that.
I
I
can't read that either.
think I can read Draconic. Yes, I can
What
read
do you
Draconic.
think?
I can read Draconic.
I cannot.
All right. Do you get the letter? And
Yeah, I read the letter and I speak the guttural sounds out loud.
all right. And it says, to the new generation of adventurers, to you, Leena, Cerant, Cerridwen, Ven, and Siegfried. It is time to create and sing new songs of your own adventures. And then that small note is signed by Ragvala, the coin maker of the 5-leaf clover.
Ragvala is looking out for us, even though in the afterlife, huh? It almost seems like he knew that we were supposed to take his place.
Yeah, honestly, Leena wouldn't cry, but me as a player right now, I want to cry.
Rockstasha goes and says, that fool knows that he's dying. That's probably why he asked for you to get the loot so he can ask for forgiveness. Dragons do not regret things that they do. But I think Ragvala is different. That's stupid. And then you see him trying to break his voice again, starting to tear up. And anyway, if you need to rest. And then when you're ready, I can have one of my clouds take you to Valhingen Graveyard. How about that?
Yeah, I think a nice nap would be nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
We will be of service right after we take a rest. Rockstasha.
He nods and he goes back to the kitchen, prepares a meal with Nosferatu in a good mood. Just follows Rockstasha as well, ignoring that he's the familiar of Cerridwen. Just kind of looks at Rockstasha as he prepares some meals for everyone. And you are actually assigned different rooms here in the castle. If there's not enough room, he makes a room out of cloud stuff, as if like he can just manipulate all the materials here and create whatever he wants. And you take a long rest, and I think that's a great time for us to take a short break as well.
Hey.
Hey.
So
Hey.
One question before we go.
yes,
I
go.
asked I asked Rockstasha, can I move the tattoo? Like, put it on my nape or something?
No, I tried to
Oh.
put it on my back just above my ass before, but Ravala says no.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Good to know.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, no problem.
I go back to my room.
All
The
right.
best event.
Let's take a break. It's 10:45. We'll be back, everyone, after 10 minutes. Thank you for staying with us and grab some water, posture, go to the restroom, and yeah, see you in 10 minutes, everyone. right, welcome back to our adventure. Oh, you have Leena. Look at you. You have like sakura petals, sir. That's
Hey.
nice.
Swish, swish.
And Roxtasha has now tasked you to look for the only remaining member of the five leaf clover that might still be alive, which is a solar named Risgrim, who disguises herself as a Goliath priest of Kellamvor. And they know that she goes on a pilgrimage every year. And coincidentally, there's a gathering of Doom Guides or priests of Kellamvor at Valhingen Graveyard, which is located in the city of Flan. So you've now gotten your long rest. Roxtasha prepares either a flying cloud that will take you there, or he swirls some clouds to make it like swirling stairs that goes up from his cloud all the way down to the entrance of the Valhingen Graveyard. If you want. So you want to take the stairs or you want to fly down?
Well,
We are rested, right?
Yep, you have completed a long rest.
If we take the stairs, does it look like it's 1,000 feet at least?
Yep. It's from the
Yeah,
cloud up
cloud.
above the sky.
No,
It's
cloud.
kind of Jack and the Beanstalk kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's stairs, so it's easier.
um,
It's-
hey, well, actually, before we leave, I would like to approach Roxtasha.
okay.
If ever Roxtasha, that this solar, um, will would how would we know or how would we tell them that we know you, Roxtasha? Is there a phrase that you normally say to your other teammates for recognition?
You can tell them mama mo. But
Oh my
Can-
god.
Can't
Or-
you show them the?
Yeah,
Or
can't we just
have-
show them the clover?
or yeah, as Roxasha points at the tattoo, the
Oh,
back
well.
of your right hand.
Of course.
Also, the others, you know, I know Risgrim is very close to other members of the Five Leaf Clover. If you can also ask them what happened to Rem and Rudy, how they died, um, we can probably do a funeral for them as well if we can find their bodies wherever they are. Uh,
All right.
I mean, Risgrim is the solar of Kellamvor, so I would assume she
Wow.
knows what's happening with the dead, right?
Your group has very powerful beings.
Well, we were bored, you know. So there was a time where we have done a lot of things, and we saw Rugvala, a very powerful dragon, just go on adventures like a normal mortal, and some of us got jealous. Not me, of course. Some of us, are in awe, and we just kind of followed his footsteps, and that was one of the greatest times of, at least for me, my life. So this group, Five Leaf Clover, Ragvala, and everyone in it is very special to me.
All right. All right. Well, we shall go. Is there a better way of going down other than the stairs? I think it's quite a walk.
And then he swirls his hand again, and you can use this cloud. Just step on the cloud, and it will fly down towards the city of Flan and to
Oh.
Valhingen Graveyard.
All right. Well, let's go then. I move towards the cloud.
All right.
Yeah.
And you ride a cloud. All right.
This
Ride
is
a
the first
cloud.
time I'm gonna ride a cloud.
Yes. Yep. Like Son Goku and Dragon Ball Z. Yep.
About that.
So you ride that cloud, that puffy cloud, all of you, all the way down, which only takes minutes. Cloud is really fast. And you arrive at the entrance of the Velhingen graveyard. And here you can actually see that people, for a graveyard, there seems to be a lot of people, like, alive, and they're all trying to rebuild uh the Valhinian graveyard, because again, the city of Flan was recently attacked by a big dragon as well. And they're trying to fix now. Some of them are trying to fix this, and a lot of the priests of Kelenvor, called Doom Guides, are also helping out, since there seems to be a pilgrimage, and a lot of Doom Guides from different cities have gathered here, and they're helping rebuild some of the structures, mausoleums, and all those things. So,
We approach the nearest one.
all right, you approach one. Was wearing this all black robe with like a domino mask, and greets you all and says, "Good day. What can I do for you?"
Good day. We heard there was a meeting of Doom Guides here, and, well, we're actually looking for one in particular, a Rizgrim.
You can barely see the expression because of the domino mask that they're wearing, but like their eyes, you can see like it grows wider. And well, I don't think I'm the right person for that. However, I can point you to the person that might be able to give you the information that you need. If you go to the North Garden, there is a knight, which is part of the Knights of Eternal Order. Those are the paladins of Kelenvor, basically. They try to destroy undead, but I doubt there's any undead left here, so should
I
be
see.
safe. But he's there at the North Garden together with the other Doom Guides, giving them a tour. So if you go there, ask him, he might be able to tell you something about this person
Ah.
you're looking for.
Thank you. What was your name?
And he goes, says, "You can call me June."
June. All right. Oh, thank you very much. We'll be on our way.
All right. I'll see you. And then you see him, instead of him helping, he's just kind of vandalizing and just writing on the walls like Brother June was here.
Oh,
Oh no.
June.
Yes.
He's just there. Okay. All right. So you follow Cerridwen towards the Northern Garden.
And there are a lot of, like, Doom Guides everywhere.
There's a lot. I mean, like at least like hundreds of them here, and all of them. Most of the priests. So there are actually. Someone roll me history or religion. Religion. If you're rolling religion, you can roll with advantage. So,
I am
Let me
not
do
a
that.
religious person.
I would like to roll for
That
history.
is an
I would-
18.
I would also
18?
like to roll for
Yep.
history.
okay.
And I guess I elbow sino bang katabi ko?
Me.
Cerant.
Me.
You. Alona.
Okay.
Alona. And I basically go, I guess this is a bad time to tell you that I'm a necromancer.
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Just keep
Um,
it down.
yeah. What is a necromancer?
I love it.
A romancer of the next.
Just don't say it around these people.
Okay.
I rolled a
asked-
20
I
history, by the
asked
way.
Cerant.
Yes.
Ask Cerant. Do you know what a necromancer is?
Is that not a romance of the next?
Oh, okay.
Oh my
Ven
god.
just
look at-
takes it.
I
Ven
look at
just takes
the
it.
I look at
That
the tattoo
wears.
on my hand and say I've been bonded with idiots.
Yep, a necromancer who wears like a boots of pleasure.
Oh my god.
Anyway, 18. Anybody else roll the higher
rolled
than
20
30?
history.
20 history. Okay. So, just some lore dump here. Kelemvor is the god of the dead, and he believes that death is actually a natural part of life, and living beings should not be afraid of it, and they just have to understand its purpose. Before he ascended and becoming a deity, he was actually a human fighter named Kelemvor Lionsbane. And his symbol is a skeletal arm holding up scales in balance. So that's all about Kalimvor. Now, the Doom Guides are actually clerics or paladins of Kalimvor. They serve the people of the land by helping them overcome their fear of death and their existence after knowing that everything has to end. So it's just, accept that you will die. That's their purpose. And uh, they console and guide the dying, the dead, and those whom they left behind. And that it's all part of the cycle. And they also eliminate undead creatures who they see as an abomination and an insult to those who have left this world. So they hate those. They hate undead and they hate those that create undead. Um, Now, there's a smaller circle, a smaller group called the Most Solemn Order of the Silent Shroud. Now, this group is tasked with keeping the church informed of undead activities and desecration of the dead and their resting site. So, membership is not limited to just clerics and paladins, but those that works at cemeteries, graveyards like grave diggers, embalmers can be part of this group. So, it's like an information network of where to find these undead and who's creating them and so on and so forth. Um, and then lastly, there's the Knight of the Eternal Order. Now, these are like the special group of paladins that are dedicated just for destroying undead. And one of those knights is actually here in the North Garden, where they ask you to find. So that's what you know.
All of us know this.
Oh no, those who got 13 or higher on history or religion check.
Gotcha. I'm gonna roll my religion just in case with big boy. Okay, I failed.
With advantage is religion, right?
Yeah, with advantage if
Oh,
for religion
advantage.
because it's not like it's common knowledge. No, not that common, but it's
Okay,
not.
I got a 20. I know this. I know
All
this.
right. Yeah. Okay. So there. When you arrive at the North Garden, it's we have a map for this. So let me see if I'm
Hey.
at the right. Am I at the right Albert Rodeo?
Oh no.
Let me see. Are you? I guess I'm not. All right. So let me go there right now.
Okay, DM.
And
So while you do that, I have a question. So is
sure.
the loot like extremely big, like bigger than Leena?
It's a guitar basically. It's a so guitar size, I would say.
So as
So
kind of like
for
moving, I think eventually as Leena was like bringing the loot around, she eventually approaches Cerant
Yes.
and she goes,
Can you carry this, please? I'm very small, and this is too heavy.
Sure. I take the loot and
okay.
then I open my bag of holding and then I put it in there.
Oh,
Thank you.
nice. Okay. You could just make the loot transform into a I don't know smaller what's
That
that
is true.
ukulele or
A
something.
"Oh
spoon.
my god!"
A spoon.
Yes.
I thought you had to kind of like will it or not.
Yeah, you will it. Yeah. So if you lose
It's
focus,
like
it goes
yeah.
back to
No, 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 no. Not dealing with that.
All right. Here I think hopefully you're all seeing the map, and I'll put your character somewhere here.
Why do they like sus DM?
because I can't find like a nice priest picture that's not gonna get us copyrighted with with mask and black robes. So apparently, official art that have black robes and mask are all like cultists instead of priests.
Oh my god.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So what you're seeing are again these doom guides wearing all black priestly vestments with like a cowled hood with like a domino mask, white domino mask, and they're all gathered here as one of like the only knight that's here is kind of giving a tour, and you see him here. The statue right here that we're making, this is a new one. This is actually to honor our Doom Guide, the one that actually the caretaker of Valhenian Graveyard, Doom Guide Yovir Glandon. And he points at the bronze plate in front of the statue, like on the statue that says, "The most solemn order of the Silent Shroud." And yes, he protected us from the mist, from the dragon, but then he got turned into an undead, and we had to kill him. But yeah, but it's his most of his acts before that were good. So, and again, he's the caretaker of this place. So to honor him, we have the statue. You hear this knight talking, and all the other Doom guides, especially the ones not from this city, are nodding and everything. And yeah. So, what do you guys want to do?
They
Wait.
must really have something against the undead, right?
Look for the paladin.
All right.
Yeah. May we ask someone who probably knows who or who we are looking for?
You can. So who are you asking? There's tons of priests here. There's that knight that's kind of giving a tour right now.
The knight that's giving a tour. He knows things.
Probably would. He probably would.
I
And
raised a
that's
hand
his
in his
job.
tour.
I'm
And
gonna
I
do
said,
it.
would you know where sorry, I forgot the name. Player forgot the name.
Riskrim.
No, not Rizgrim. The guy who might know where Rizgrim
The Knight of Eternal Order?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a member of that.
I'm
Splendid.
terribly sorry to interrupt your tour. I go close to him and I basically kind of pull him aside and say, we're looking for a Rizgrim. Do you know where we could find Rizgrim?
I do. And then he bows at first, introducing himself. I'm Sir Cerant Kelt, and you're looking for Riskrim.
Yes.
May I know why you're looking for this Riskrim person?
We're old friends. We're friends of his old friend, and he asked us to look for Rizgrim. You can tell him we're friends of Ragvala.
So you are friends with the archpriest of Kalimvor, like one of the highest ranking priests.
No, we're friends with his friend, and his friend asked us to look for him.
I see. He laughs a bit. So a friend of our archpriest, and then he looks at the other Doom guides. So look, we have people who want to talk to Archpriest Riskrim. Well, I'm sorry, my lady, but no one is allowed to talk to our Archpriest.
No one is allowed to talk to you, even you.
Even me.
Okay. Maybe a note. Can we slide a note under his door?
You can. Actually, no, I cannot because we don't know you. No, because you see, our archpriest, especially Archpriest Riskrim, is a very holy person. And we don't want, well, according to the order, we don't know, we cannot let anyone just taint that holiness. And that's why no one is allowed to
I
talk.
feel very degraded while you're telling me this. But,
Eh.
um, well, you see, a close friend of his has died, and, well, they want him at the funeral. Surely someone holier can speak to the most holy archpriest?
And now they look at each other because again, you speak of death, someone dying, and this is their whole thing. This their it's all about consoling the dead and taking care of the dead, making sure everything goes smoothly to the afterlife. And Sir Cerant tells you, well, tell you what, there's not a person holier than the archpriest here unless Lord Kelenvor himself descends from the heavens and speaks to our archpriest. But if you can pass the test of acceptance and purification, then perhaps we can let you talk to the archpriest, or that will allow you to talk to the archpriest, Risgrim. How about that?
Great.
Fine. I'll
Okay.
tell him how you refused to let him know that his friend died. Let's do it.
Well, I'm just following the protocol, my
Fine,
lady.
fine.
I'm sorry. And then
Fine.
they ask you to line up. And the first one here is so there are two tests. The first test is the test of acceptance. And when Sir Cerant asks you to line up, some of the Doom Guides goes behind you. They stretch out their hand and starts to pray over you. And they start to chant.
Oh.
And don't worry. Yeah. Don't worry. Just listen to the prayer and close your eyes. And
Cerant, I can't pass this. Help.
And so you see these Doom Guides with open palms. They pray and then they start to touch the back of your head,
Oh shit.
chanting a prayer repetitively to summon the powers of Kelenvor.
This is a bit awkward.
And then, as they keep chanting, harmless blue flame bursts out from the Doom Guides'
Whoa.
mask, their domino mask. So they're just like 1/4 Ghost Rider right now. And Sir Cerant and the rest of the Kelenvorites start to join the chant shortly after.
Oh.
A moment later, you all start to receive a vision. And this vision is the vision of how you die, like your final death. This is
Whoa.
what you receive.
Oh.
Uh-huh. So this is how it's going to work. Where is our stream? So the person to your right in our stream,
Okay.
you can see it.
Person to our right in the stream. Okay.
In the stream, yes. Yes, the person on your right in the stream will create that vision for you. So it'll be fun. Alright, so you don't get to decide how you die. We'll let the person to your right come up with a good or bad way for you to die. Alright.
Wait, to our right in the perspective of our avatars, or to
Yes,
the right
so for Ven
Okay.
it's Cerant, so and then for Cerant it's gonna be Cerridwen, then for Cerridwen Siegfried's Leena, and then for Leena it's Ven. Alright.
Okay.
So you'll create a scenario of what the final death for each of these characters will look like. And I need you all to roll me 3d20s and just take note. Yeah, take note of the result. Yeah. Yeah, we should actually change the order in the map too. So Siegfried. There.
That was 3d20 DM na.
Yes, yes. And then we'll start with Siegfried once you're ready. You have your results with you?
Not yet. Wait. All right, I have mine.
Alright. So you're gonna
have
come
mine.
up. You're gonna come up with like a vision for Cerridwen, right?
Oh my. Okay.
You're gonna create a vision for Cerridwen. Is that what I said? Yeah. A vision for Cerridwen of how she will die. And you need to incorporate these words, or not these words, yeah, these items on your vision. So give me the results of your d20s. What did you get?
All right, I got a 17 for the first one.
All right, the 17 is for a creature, so you need to include a shape changer on
Shape change.
oh no.
This is actually pretty fun.
On Cerridwen's vision of her final moments. So her final moments can be like 5 seconds, 5 minutes, 5 hours, 500 years. It's up to you how you wanna give that vision. All right.
Okay.
And then the second d20 is the activity. So what's your result?
I rolled a 9.
A 9 is laughing.
She was laughing. Very, I guess.
All right.
Character,
Either you
though.
or someone or anyone, but as long as there's someone laughing. All right. And last d20, the location.
That is a 18.
An 18 is the void.
Oh my god.
Wow. All right. Who's this shape changer laughing and the void? Okay. So you can start making that vision now. You can
Alright.
give you like a
Alright.
few minutes, and while I'm doing that, so Leena, you're the one making a vision for Siegfried.
Yeah.
Give me your first d20.
15.
15 is an ooze. You need to include an ooze in your vision.
What? What is that? I'm
An
sorry.
ooze is like a gelatin-like creature, like gooey stuff, like the green gooey stuff, but they come in different colors.
Is it alive or like? Is it like a?
It's a
is.
monster. It's a monster made
Oh.
out of goo. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the activity, the second d20,
19.
19. And that is writing. Okay.
Right?
Okay, and
Yeah.
then
And then the last d20, what did you get?
20.
20. 20, the location is you decide.
Oh, the power. Okay, all right.
Yes.
Got it.
Alright, good
Got it.
job. So I'll give you now the time to do that. And then Ven, you will create the vision for Leena. Her final moments. What would it be like? So what's the first one that you get?
Number 13.
13 is humanoid. So any humanoid. Okay.
Humanoid,
Should be
okay.
included in that vision. And activity.
6.
6 is fighting.
Fighting.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. And last one.
The last one is an 18.
An 18 is also in the void.
Whoa.
Alright.
Okay.
Hey, actually, hey guys, that's actually in character, sort of.
And you mean the shadow?
General.
All right. Cerant, you'll create a vision for Ven, her final moment. So what did you get on the first one?
I got a 5.
You got a 5. So it's a construct. All right.
Okay.
And then the activity, next d20.
A 13.
A 13 is praying. All right. Someone is praying in that vision. And the last one, the location.
Is a 14.
A 14 is the sea. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This is way too. What is going on, bro?
We did,
Holy shit.
This is not planned or anything. These are the rules. Okay. And Cerridwen, you will create a vision for Cerant. What did you get on your first d20?
A A 15.
A 15. All right. 15 is also an ooze.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what's the next one?
9.
A 9 is also laughing.
Oh my god. Okay, and a 2.
And a 2 is in a castle.
In the castle. Sorry, the ooze, the creature, or just any
Any
sort of
as long as
ooze?
it's any kind of ooze. As long as there's an
Alright.
ooze, there's someone laughing, and it's in a castle of some sort. Up to you to describe what that is. That's
Got
the
it.
vision that you get. So I'll give you like 2 or 3 minutes to kind of visualize that. If you want to write it, you can. I'll go ahead and interact with chat. How are you, chat? Are you still here? And thank you very much to everyone that subscribed to us. I cannot. Why am I? I can't chat because I'm not logged in. Alright.
Pain.
Hi, chat. So thank you very much for those who subscribed to us. Not subscribed, to the ones who followed us. And for staying here watching. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy. You can help us with the visions that they're getting. Feel free to put your suggestions in chat. We have almost 100 followers. Wow. We're at 94 followers. Good job. Good job, everyone. Thank you very much for supporting us. And thank you for staying after listening to our shenanigans session after session. And we're just happy that we get to play Dungeons and Dragons with our party and with you guys here. And we don't have to show our faces because we got some beautiful avatars made by Ame Arts. You can follow him on Twitter, Ame Arts. And hopefully we will get emotes soon. All right. So we should have, what kind of emote should we have? We should have a sad Oni face. Should have
Spoon
what,
emote.
spoon emote.
Soon.
Spoon emotes. We should have that. Yeah, I think those are all good. And the one that's always helping us here, our mod. Thank you very much, Mama Mod, as we like to call her.
Hey, Mama Mod.
Shout out
So
to Mama
she's-
Mod.
Yeah. If we get like 1,000 or like followers, that means we need to get another mod, right? Because that's gonna be a lot for. Or I think Mama Mod can handle 1,000 followers. Donate to Mama.
That means we need to donate to Mama Mod if we get 1,000 followers.
It needs to be paid.
She needs to be paid. This is not for fun anymore. All right, need to earn some money. All right, noted, Mama Mod. We'll take note of that. All right, is everyone ready?
No, not
Sorry. Come on, I'm ready for yours.
I have some semblance of an idea already.
All right. So I'll give you like 1 more minute before you pass your papers. All right. Okay. What else?
I'm actually really looking forward to this. Really, because all the roles are somewhat connecting to our actual characters. So holy crap, guys!
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how creative or not creative the visions are. Let's see if they are good for you as a character. Or again, this is your opportunity to troll that character if you want to.
So it can just be like a glimpse, right? It doesn't have to be a super
Yep.
long thing. All right.
It
Okay.
doesn't have to be super long. Again, it's all up to you what you want the vision to be. All right. Is it okay to play this song? It's all right, Mama Mod. All right, I guess it's okay. Mama Mod knows all. All right. 30 seconds. I'd like to say. What else can we do? So our next session. So we'll be affiliate soon, and then our next session will be Thursday night. And then we should have an episode. We should have a stream where we just talk about, because we just finished A Dragon's Breath. A lot of things happen there, so we should have a stream where we talk about everything that has happened in the previous 4 sessions, how our players feel after encountering those things in a dragon's breath. So we get a player and character perspective of that. Okay. I'll talk to the players and Mama Mod after
I
this.
think I'm.
And Siegfried is done. I think everyone is done.
Mhm.
Siegfried, do you want to go first?
All right. Mama,
Alright.
can we get an evil music?
So, don't request a lot of things to Mama Mod because we might have to pay her. So this is a vision. You're creating a vision for who?
Cerridwen. Yes.
For Cerridwen. So
Evil
this is
music. All right.
alright. So this is the vision that you receive, Cerridwen. Go, Siegfried.
Wait, it's so hype. The music's so hype. Okay. The screaming space external to the world, known in every dimension.
Wait. You're breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up. I can't hear you.
Oh,
Alright.
hello.
One more.
The screaming space external to the world, known in every dimension. The manifestation of unknowable nothingness that lies beyond its insatiable hunger. The void marks its final time of undoing. Glimpses of unreality shattering even the strongest mind, but here Cerridwen lies, touched, blessed by the shapeshifter, known by their common name as Nosferatu. Her deeds and honors twisted under the watchful eye of the god Dune. She is judged. You've delved into the darkness below. You will be alone, as you were created from dust, and dust you shall return. Then laughs, his voice crackling. When death comes, flinch not from its approach. As his hand nears Cerridwen, she is nothing but consumed. And that's how Cerridwen died.
Wow. I understood
Damn.
like 5 words from that. Like it's so immersive. It's like Siegfried is talking and like he's in the void.
Yeah.
So far away.
Oh,
Does he have to do it again?
how about
There you go. I done there.
Holy
That
crap,
one.
there.
It's clear.
This is
How
better.
about we get a clearer version of
Oh my
that?
gosh.
Like,
Okay.
How
Do it again. All right.
about this time?
Take two.
Is
Take two.
this okay if I?
Yes, that's better. Okay, go.
Alright. Well, here is how Cerridwen died. The screaming space external to the world known in every dimension. The manifestation of unknowable nothingness that lies beyond. The insatiable hunger. The void marks its final time of undoing. An agonizing glimpse of unreality shattering even the strongest of the minds, but here, Cerridwen lies, touched by its unknown power, blessed by the shapeshifter, more commonly known by their common name as Nosferatu. Cerridwen's deeds and honors twisted under the watchful eye of the god Dune. She is judged. You've delved into the darkness below, he speaks. You will be alone, as you were created from dust, and dust you shall return. His voice laughs as he cackles from the darkness. And when death comes, my child, flinch not from its approach, as she is consumed to power the release of the god Dune. And that's how Cerridwen died.
Cerridwen fights to stay standing and still as she sees that vision.
Right, and you hear like Nosferatu trapped like in the bushes, like help, I can't get out. Help, meow. And that's the vision that you see, Cerridwen. When now Leena, uh, tell us. This is the vision of who's that?
Siegfried.
Siegfried. All right. How will Siegfried die?
Okay. So as the vision starts, the first thing that Siegfried hears is the sound of a bowl, a singing bowl.
Oh.
And as the sound echoes, he can smell the scent of resin and of different kinds of herbs and incense. And the vision slowly starts with the back of not a small, but a very tall and elegant Leena, whom he sees is grinding something in a bowl using a mortar and pestle. And included in this scene is she places an ooze and smashes it alongside this mixture. After a while, the smoke starts to fill up the space even more as you start to see candles that lit around, and at the very center there is a table. And there lies a figure on that table. Then you hear Leena saying, "You know, back then, during the early times of our adventures, this was the last request that I would have ever expected to do for you. You know, I hated you, right? We always fought over the silliest of things." And then you hear the continuous grind, and you hear this squishing sound of goop as she pours this mixture into a bottle. And then, from her left, she takes a papyri scroll, and you hear the subtle scratching of writing. Scratch, scritch, scratch. After a few moments, you see Leena roll up the scroll as she takes the bottle and the scroll alongside her, and she goes now to the center table. She takes a roll of linen, strips of linen, and um, and soaks it with the mixture that she had just made. And you see her wrapping it onto somebody. And then, as she slowly wraps it very mindfully, she continues to speak. "I've never really imagined that I would make friends in this way. No one ever actually liked me all that much. But you always just loved to cause trouble. And for some reason, I was always looking forward to the next one." She smiles. She's not wearing her hat as you see her. Instead, she is wearing what seems to be a ceremonial dress. It is white. It has gold embellishments. And now, as it seems like the camera shifts the angle and the perspective, you now see Siegfried. It is you that's being slowly wrapped into this linen. And in this process, you now recognize that you are in a tomb in God's Watch Mountain. And Leena is in the process of mummifying and embalming her body. You see a glimpse of your face. You've actually quite aged, quite a bit. And you can tell that perhaps maybe you were in your 60s, 70s, who knows? But you can see the age in your face, the subtle wrinkles. But even upon your last breath, there was a smile on your body. And the last thing you hear before the camera or the perspective changes is the sound of the bowl that rings. And the voice of Leena that starts to chant as she reads from the papyrus scroll. And then you see as your body starts to glow and be filled with hieroglyphics. You see the back of Leena, and now your wrapped body fade in a gush of smoke, as if things just went. And that is how Siegfried spends his last moments.
Holy crap. All right. Now, I'm not sure if I should. I'm scared, but I'm willing to listen to like an hour version of this.
Some more.
Feel like it's like ASMR. But wow, holy crap! All right, so Siegfried, that is the vision that you have received. And now, Ven, the vision that you're about to tell us, whose vision is this?
I'm telling the story of the vision of Leena.
Okay, go.
Drops of blood breaks the silence in this dark, dark room. She's in the darkness of the void. Leena, in her true form, wakes up from unconsciousness with a much older version of Ven healing her. One moment, she sees and feels Ven's warm healing hands. The next, she sees Ven blasted away by this powerful purplish ray of energy. Leena stands up, looking at the direction from the source of the blast, and sees a humanoid figure, laughing, smiling, crying, shouting. Words were mostly unintelligible as it moves closer and closer to Leena, and the only words that start to make sense is consume, consume. And then as this whirlwind of emotions and words and voices start to settle down, the voice ends. The voice changes and ends into a more warmer, sweeter, and more familiar, and says one sweet final goodbye. Then Leena feels a white sword driven to her chest. This is the vision.
A white sword. Holy crap. Okay. Why am I the dungeon master here? I can barely like make up all the words to describe what's happening. And look at you folks. You guys are so great. All right, Cerant. The vision. Whose vision are we telling?
We are telling the vision of Ven.
Okay, go.
So deep, deep in the ocean, we see a mysterious temple unmarked by any of the gods. And on the altar, you see, or Ven sees somebody kneeling, praying there in their deep blue robes. They're muttering words that You can't seem to understand. And as time passes for each word that they mutter, you feel the entire ocean move. You see the temple shaking as rubble starts to move on. And you swear that the ocean in front of you just got a lot darker than it did before. A few more seconds pass by as you see what seems to be a small blue light in front of you. It's getting closer and closer, and you could see its large, jagged metal teeth, the glow in its eyes, and that large bulb in front of it, waiting for any of its prey to come closer. This mechanical nightmare that swims in front of you gets closer and closer, and you're stuck in fear. Or was it something else holding you down here? As this beast moves in front of you, it glares at you for a moment. You could see your own reflection in its eyes. The metal plates on its body are rusted and old, and it slowly opens its jaws, revealing the machinery within, grinding, cranking, screeching. And with but a swift bite, this is the vision of Ven.
I'm getting stressed. All right.
Why are you stressed?
Why are you stressed? I died. I was gonna die.
All right. Yeah, okay. And the last one, Cerridwen. Whose vision are we telling?
We're doing Cerant's vision.
Okay.
All right. So Cerant, your eyes open and you see orange skies, bright, hot orange skies that match the ground of darker, brownish, almost rust-colored sand. You have been grounded. Your wings are too heavy um, to raise, slick with a thick, oily ooze, black ooze that looks like grease. And you hear the sound of a ticking clock in the distance. But as it grows louder and louder, you realize it's not ticking, but marching. You see mechanical creatures, some only 2 feet tall, but others are behemoths, marching towards you, and there are legions of them. You realize you're atop a castle made of gears that grind and heave, the sound of a dying old man fighting for his every breath. And then you hear a voice that says, every 289 years, the entire universe goes mad, like clockwork. As you turn, you see a gnome standing beside you. He's dressed in a golden outfit and he's flipping a golden coin. He smiles at you and he says, you've got a 50% chance. Will it be heads or tails? And that's where the vision ends.
Wow, we get the Great March happening.
Oh,
Alright.
damn.
All right. Guess
Good
who's
shit, guys.
wow. Now I feel insecure. I said again, I'm not sure
No.
why I have the dungeon master here. From all the great stories, the visions that you've told me. I told everyone that was perfect. I'll give inspiration to everyone right now.
Hey.
You're doing
Yay!
such a great job.
Yay!
Amaze. And guess who's gonna make all that vision happen?
I was like, wait.
Tune in to like episode 200 or something and see if
69.
yes 69 you
Episode
I'm kidding.
69.
yeah,
Wag naman.
one of those visions will happen. So as I need everyone as you receive those visions, those very scary or visions, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. The DC is 13.
Okay.
Are we still in Heroes Feast?
No, you took a long rest. Sorry. The next day.
Wisdom saving throw.
That's a 16.
I rolled a
Nice.
16 as well.
All right.
14.
I rolled a 9.
Oh.
Alright. So those who fail the wisdom saving throw, you gain a familiar sensation. You gain a level of exhaustion. As again, these visions take a toll on you, and the chanting stops. And now you hear Sir Cerant speaks and says, those are the visions, that is the future, that is your future, that is how you will die. And now I ask, as a doom guide, those who guide the dead, for you to enjoy life, for you to enjoy what you have now, but also to accept how your life will end. So I ask, do you accept how you will die? And Siegfried, you were asked first. You received a vision, you being mummified by Leena, of all people. Something must have happened. Do you accept that as your final death?
I look at the guide in front of us.
Mhm.
I look at Sir Cerant, but my eyes shift to Leena.
She's by the way, she's big Leena because I failed the wisdom save, so she breaks the concentration on her small form.
Oh, and then you see like the same form that mummified you, Siegfried.
Yeah.
You know that monkey meme where she side eyes?
Yeah, yeah. You need to speak louder, Ian, because I think you're inside a coffin right now. We can barely hear you.
You're being mummified at the moment.
How about this? This is
There-
Immersion.
okay.
Yeah. Go, get out of here. You're not dead yet. Get out. Alright.
You know that monkey meme where the monkey side eyes. I look at Leena that way, but
Kinda
I feel
wheezing.
like
She's kind of
I feel like
breathing
that was
heavily.
a choice that I made consciously to mummify myself, and she said that in my vision, that was a request from me, so I will accept it. I will accept it.
All right. You accept it, and you pass the test of acceptance. Leena, the vision that you have received, with Ven healing you, and someone who's laughing, crying, stab you with a white blade. I didn't think we get to see who that was, but yeah. Do you accept that is how your life will end?
So Leena in her big form, she's gasping a bit, trying to recollect herself. She doesn't notice Siegfried's side eye, unfortunately, because she was too absorbed in her own vision. But she kind of shakes herself a bit and tries to keep her calm and stand tall as she looks at Sir Cerant. And She almost smiles at him sadly as she answers, but he could see that in her eyes, it's more of something she's not resisting after what she saw. And instead, she says, "From my culture, death is only the beginning for us."
Sir Cerant nods and yes to all of us as well. That is only the beginning. And it's good. It's a good lesson that you've learned early, my child. Well, looks at you now. You're no longer a child. Nods. And now, Ven, you've been eaten by this super big mechanical thingy under the sea.
Oh my god.
What do you do?
As I break away from the vision, I try to catch my breath. Oh. I see. Well, if this is how I would die, and I think it is an honorable death. It's just like how I lost my mother. Yes, I freely accept.
Okay. And then Cerant, you're basically in a very unique event happening as you are in between the Great March or Great Modern March. I think that's what's happening. And there's that gnome with you. It's basically asking you. You have a 50-50 chance of surviving. If that's the vision that you receive, then you probably lost and died in that march. Do you accept?
I expected to die on the battlefield trying to save those I can, but if I die in that place of all places, at least it's a lot more peaceful than what I expected. I accept.
Okay. And then lastly, Cerridwen, you're in the void. You have this creature transformed that devoured you. That is commonly known as Nosferatu. But you look again to your right, and you see Nosferatu just acting like a dumb cat, just trying to get out. With flowers in his mouth, trying to get out of the bushes.
I move away from the Doom Guide, pick up my cat, free him from the bushes, and I smile and I say I accept. I embrace my death.
Nosferatu, meow. Thank you. And with this, everyone passes the test of acceptance. And the Doom Guides have all witnessed this, and they all agree. And Sir Cerant goes, well, it doesn't happen often that people pass the test of acceptance. That makes me happy and scared at the same time. So we should go ahead and go right away to the next test, which is the test of purification.
Pure? Aren't you
Yes.
pure enough?
Well, you have accepted your final moments, but now you must be purified to make sure that when you interact with the Archbishop, then you're not gonna taint her holiness. And with this, the Kelemvarites, the Doom Guides, starts to chant a different prayer. This one being delivered slower in a deeper tone. A few seconds later, harmless blue flame erupts on their mask once more. And as soon as this happens, the whole garden turns to gray. And you don't see... Yeah, everything is now in gray. And...
Like what we see in Dark Vision?
Exactly, yeah. Every other color has disappeared. And as if, yeah, you're right, you have dark vision. Sir Cerant is about to to step in front of you. And to begin the test of purification, he puts his hand on the hilt of his sword, about to take it out. But then, suddenly, behind Sir Cerant and in front of you all, an 8-foot tall female Goliath approaches, wearing thick layers of priestly vestments, with a cowled cloak and a domino mask covered in harmless blue flame. She slowly steps towards your direction. The Goliath stops 30 feet in front of you, and you notice, like at the end of her sleeve, where her hand is exposed, at the back of her right hand is a tattoo of a 5-leaf clover.
Oh.
She raises her right hand, and out of nowhere, a large blue sight appears and drops on her hand. She holds it, and you see the ground starts to crack. You quickly realize how heavy this sight is. And she starts to twirl it and hold it around, and she points it at all of you. And as the test of purification is about to start, this is where we'll end our session.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Wait, are we gonna be purified as in like degutted or
We're gonna be
something?
cleansed from this earth.
Are you clean fish?
Honestly, like, it remind me of like the concept where they say that the flaming sword of Archangel Michael, it can destroy evil, but it purifies the good.
Mm-hmm.
That
Oh,
kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that kind of thing. Maybe, I don't know, or maybe we get gutted. Pain.
All that vision is for nothing.
Yeah. Speed
but-
run.
Speedrun.
No.
But yeah, now you've met a Goliath in heavily priestly garments and holding a really big sight with a black 5-leaf clover tattoo at the back of her right hand. If this is Riskrim, then she's the one that's facilitating the test herself. So
Oh my god.
we'll see what will happen next session. Will you survive? Will the visions come through, or will you die next session? We'll find out next Thursday night. So stay tuned. Thank you very much to everyone that stayed and joined us. I hope you don't receive these visions, or when you do, you receive better ones instead of I don't know, being marched on by constructs or being eaten by something under the sea, or by a cat. But yeah, see you all Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. Philippine time. And again, this is your Dungeon Master, Paul Gabat, DMPaulG in social media. You can find Brotherhood, which is the continuation of A Dragon's Breath, and DMsguild.com. All you have to do is go to that website and search for my name, Paul Gabat, and you'll see all the adventures that I've written or helped design there in DMsguild.com. And before we leave, Cerridwen, where can they find you?
Oh my gosh, wait lang.
You're eating already.
Yeah.
Sana all.
Sorry. You can find me on most social media platforms. Facebook, Twitter. I'm most active on Twitter right now, and Instagram as Wasabibuns. I draw stuff sometimes, so you can check me out there. IcedTea, where do we find you?
You guys can find me on IcedTeaGaming OG on Twitter or IcedTeaPlays on Twitch. I haven't been streaming recently, but I will get back to it soon. Promise you that. Then, where do we find you?
Okay, you can find me at Alona Minami on Twitter, Twitch, and every other social media platform. Siegfried, where do we find you?
Oh, you could find me contemplating about existential crisis in my room.
Oh my
Uh,
Perfect.
where can we find you, Leena?
Alright, everybody, in case you guys would love to keep in touch with me, you can find me at Nile Fairy on both Instagram and on Facebook. Make sure to say hi, and I promise you there won't be any mummifying. Hopefully. Nice.
Hopefully. Session 69. That's where it'll happen.
Session 69, the mummy.
Yes. Again, this is the DMPaulG, your Dungeon Master. Thank you very much for playing. This is the Misadventures with the Greasy Snitches. Follow us on Twitter at Greasy Snitches, on Facebook. We also have a Discord channel where there's like almost 700 people there. There's a lot of people there. Go there, talk to us. Siegfried, Cerridwen, Alona, Cerant, Leena, they're all there. They'll talk to you as well in the Discord server, right? It's very, very
course.
alive.
Let's go.
Yes.
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 Inside check.
It's like the Doom Guides. All the Kellenvorites live there. Yeah, and that's it for us. Thank you very much. I'll see you Thursday. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.